Today we have the key to the 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance, one of the hottest selling cars for 2022 and 2023. This Tesla Model Y is set in this beautiful red multi-coat paint on these beautiful 21-inch Uber turbine wheels, and I am so excited to review this car for you today. We're here in beautiful, sunny, suburban Chicago. It's about 80 degrees right now, a little windy, but we're gonna take you for a drive and I'm gonna show you the point of view of what it's like to drive this Tesla Model Y Performance. Sitting in at about 4,700 pounds and with a range of about 300 miles on a full battery, this Tesla Model Y is one of the best electric cars that you can buy today. I am lucky enough to have an amazing cousin who's actually the owner of this vehicle and has put about 7,000 miles on it. And today I'm going to show you everything about it that I know. I'm fairly new to electric cars and driving them and getting used to the creep and the stop that comes with basically not braking at all is definitely a unique thing of driving any electric car. Starting in the back here, let's look at these wheels because they're actually very beautiful wheels. They are 21-inch Uber turbine, according to Tesla. That's the name. Wheels set in black with this sweet Tesla monogram here in the middle. They are wrapped in 21-inch Michelin Pilot Sport All Seasons, 275 35s in the rear, 255 35s in the front. Awesome tire, and if you're in suburban Chicago, or any place that has cold weather, you're definitely going to stick to these all seasons, which now I believe comes standard on all the new 2023 models, although you can order summer tires as well as strictly winter tires from the factory. Looking at this paint color, it's almost like a ruby red metallic. They call it red multi-coat. I think it's a 3-coat red paint. And adorned in the Model Y Performance, you get a lot of these blacked out features. So, all around the inlet here, this is all blacked out. In the back here, you have the Performance carbon fiber rear spoiler, which I'm not sure how much it does, but it does look great. And it's about the only carbon fiber that I noticed on the vehicle. The rear of the car, of course, it's good. It's a good looking car for sure. In the back, you definitely know it's a Tesla. You got the dual motor on the side here, because this is a dual motor. Let's pop open the trunk, show you how much space you get, which is quite impressive, honestly. Get that up. See, pretty massive. You fit definitely a couple sets of golf clubs back here. A baby seat if you need that, a stroller. And you also have the option of getting a third row if that's your jam, although it's probably pretty tight back there if you get it. These seats are adjustable by pressing these buttons. You can put these two seats down or this one as well to fit skis or whatever you're trying to fit. And you also get some additional storage underneath here. Overall, some decent space for a trunk. Press this button to close. All right, swooping around here to the back, I want to show you guys what it looks like on the inside here. Actually, to open the door, by the way, this is definitely a learning curve for me, because initially when I looked at the door handle here, I thought, hey, press this. Nope, you press this in with your thumb, the door is going to pop out like that, and you pull the lever. Very interesting from Tesla. So here is the back seat, and you can see my cousin has got his fully fit baby seat here, car seat, and honestly, this leather, which I don't think is exactly leather, it's probably pleather, vegan according to the website. It's a beautiful white color, and you have two options. You either have black or white, and with the red, I think it matches very well this white interior. Let's go ahead and sit in, see how we fit. Yeah, it's pretty darn comfortable back here, I must say. I do have a lot of space. I'm about 6'2", and the driver's seat is pulled back a little bit. As you can see, the car seat sits and fits nicely here. Look in the middle. Anything in the middle here? Yep, cup holders do come down. It's not popping out because of the car seat, but you can definitely be a little bit more comfy in the back. Got a little storage in the front here. Here's your AC vents, 2 USB-C charging vents or ports. To open the door, what you're going to do is grab here and actually press this button. That's the door handle, which was new and unique to me, and I kind of like it. All right, swooping around to the front, want to call out a couple things. So Tesla has cameras all over their cars, and the Tesla Model Y is no exception here. You can see the a front left camera that points out and actually turns on when you turn this turn signal on, which is pretty sweet. Let's go around to the front, and I'll open that up. So interesting about this car, I think any Tesla, there is actually no key. This right here is the valet key. But if you want to control anything on the car, you just basically use your phone. The phone is the key. And here's the frunk, decent amount of space, not all that much. Looks like his windshield wiper fluid thing was open. But yeah, a little bit of space. You could probably fit a suitcase there. That's the frunk, one of the many benefits of an electric car. We'll swoop down, look at the front here. I have mixed tastes or mixed feelings kind of about the front of these Model Y and Model 3 cars. They look kind of muted, but overall, it's kind of the look that Tesla's going for, that modernish, futuristic look. A little bit of aero here to cool the brakes. You can see air comes in through here, underneath the turn signal, kind of funnels in, cools down the brakes on the sides here. But yeah, overall, I like the shape of the vehicle. The front and back feel a little odd, a little out of place, but overall, in general, if you see the side profile of this car, it's a Tesla. You get this nice round swooping space all the way back to the rear, and I do think this rear spoiler adds a nice little touch to it in the back. All right, enough of that. Let's talk about the driving experience. Let's jump in, fire her up, and let's go. So, since it's an electric car, it never really turns off. It's kind of always on. As you can see, it doesn't like my key. Let's see if I can find the key. Oh, here's the key. So, if you ever get this, you're going to take the valet key, put it underneath here. It's going to unlock it. Alright, put it in gear, and let's drive. Right now we're in chill mode, which is the lower acceleration version. Handling is also the same. I do love the driver-focused nature of the Tesla interiors, and the Model Y is no exception. You get this giant screen, everything's here. There's no heads-up display. There's no tachometer to look at. It's really that muted front-facing view. And let me say one thing about this car that I noticed immediately upon getting it, and that is the visibility that you have up front. You don't even see the front of the car. All you see is the road, and it's a nice touch. Typically with any other car, you're noticing at least the front of the car, at least the front hood or something. No, this is almost as if the front of the car stops at the windshield, and it's a nice touch in terms of visibility. It's a nice touch in terms of being able to control and see everything kind of around you. You don't even really have any blockage from the A-pillar here at all. Driving experience. So you don't use the brake, basically. And that was a total learning curve when I was just driving around a little bit earlier, because you want to go to press the brake sometimes, and you don't need to. The car regenerates and slows down on command, and that is an interesting feature of all electric cars, and I think it's definitely something that you have to get used to if you come from a combustion engine where you're using the braking a lot more often. In terms of how it handles and steers, it's got good posture on the road, good control, decent balance. The steering command and pressure is pretty fantastic. It doesn't really feel like you're driving a $60,000 car. Let's talk about a little bit about the MSRP. So this is basically the top of the line, the Tesla Model Y you can purchase. There's 3 different variants. I believe it is, kind of the base, the long range, and the performance. My cousin opted for basically every single option, and he knows how to spec a car, so it is a nice example of what the Tesla Model Y can be, and it is a top of the line performance version. I do like the simplicity of the interior. You don't have any big vents staring at you. It's really all about just you and the driving experience and the technology and being able to control what is going on around you, where you need to go, the music you're listening to, the climate control, all of that is on the screen, and that is a nice touch. I must say, another thing about the feel of this car is the comfort of these seats. The seats are fantastically comfortable, very soft, almost feels like you're sitting on a couch. This vegan leather or whatever it is, pleather, is very plush, very soft, very nice, and you feel nice and comfortable in the car. Not a lot of control like you would have in a bucket seat or anything like that, or where it's really keeping you in place. It's mainly about comfort here, and you can feel that when you're driving the vehicle. Cool thing about the AC, if I can figure that out, see how to get there, because the menus are fairly new to me. Yeah, see, here's the brake. I went immediately to brake, but you don't need to. It'll just come to a stop when you're going about 40 miles an hour. So you get all of your menu controls here. All this is customizable, all of your applications, everything you could possibly need. Let's see, let's go to car. And if we go to, yeah, see, I don't even know how to get there. We'll find it later. Got a nice little pull here, though. The chill acceleration is still good, you just cruise, you just go, and you feel in complete control of the car. But I'd say in chill mode, it is chill, that's exactly the right way to describe it. Very relaxed, very easy to drive. You can feel comfortable. If you want to go fast, you can hit that pedal. But you're going to get about a 300-mile range out of a fully charged battery. My cousin noted that he basically never charges it to full because he often never goes beyond 300 miles. So he'll just charge it to about 90%, and that's kind of the fast charging, the wall charging. See the heads-up camera there, or the right mirror camera pop up. All right, let's go into sport. Let's go into sport steering. Let's get a nice pull at the stop sign here. Show you that 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. Oh yeah, very quick. Very, very quick. I just love that feeling of taking off the line, because before you know it, you're at 60 miles an hour and you don't have the roar of an engine or the roar of an exhaust behind you. It's definitely, a wow, how did I get there type of feeling, but you still feel in control. Straight line speed is fantastic. I can only imagine what, the Plaid is. This car sits at about 470 horsepower rated. It's the thing, when you get to a stop sign, you almost don't even fully stop because you're not using the brake. You don't really ever need to use it unless you're traveling pretty fast and you need to slow down quickly, obviously. But as soon as you get off that accelerator, the car is going to slow down. Now let's talk about the self-driving features, or I guess, kind of like the safety features of the vehicle. So it has, this autopilot mode, which is, semi-autonomous driving, which is pretty standard in a lot of newer luxury cars. And it'll keep speed. It's sort of adaptive cruise control. It will change lanes for you. But of course, you have the option of doing the full self-driving capabilities. But I was really surprised at the cost. It's about $200 a month if you wanted to add the software to the car. And that is kind of one of the benefits of Tesla, the over-the-air updates on all of these vehicles. If I just wanted to add full self-driving, I could do that. I could literally press a button. I could honestly do it on his car, and he would get the $200 charge on his credit card. But it is the type of vehicle that would probably benefit from full self-driving if that's your thing. And I do love this kind of augmented reality view that picks up turn lanes, stop signs, of course other cars. It tells you, it knows where you are pretty much at all times. And that's the benefit of using the strategy of cameras and in a combination of LiDAR and sensors to create this self-driving capability that will probably pay dividends down the road. But yeah, let's slow down here a little bit and give it a pull when we're rolling. Yeah. Yep. The all-wheel drive nature of this Tesla Model Y Performance in the sport mode, it is definitely very quick when you're rolling. It almost feels faster when you're rolling versus when you're at a dead stop, because you get all that power immediately, and you go from 30 to 60 and very, very, very quickly. The handling at those speeds, or when you have so much torque to the wheels, definitely needs some improvement. I think the car wiggles almost a little bit. You can feel it, and that's something that is definitely of note. Of course, you feel in control of the car, but it's not a double wishbone suspension and all the bells and whistles of having advanced steering like in any other sports car. But it has the speed, so it's this almost kind of mimicry that you get when you're driving this car. And for most people who just want to go fast but for a short amount of period of time, you get that in this car. Let's see some other things that I think are super cool. Let's see if I can get back to the AC. Those are the cameras. That's the music. Arcade. Guess you can play some games on here. Yeah. Oh, here. You just tap the number here. That's 68 right there. That's the AC. And this is awesome. I thought this was so cool. To just control where the air is coming, you just drag your finger and this animation comes up, and you can command where the air goes with a touch of a finger. Man, I just love being able to take that pull. It's awesome. Yeah, so overall impressions of this vehicle. I mean, for $60,000, you can get a Tesla Model Y and a top-of-the-line electric vehicle. In my opinion, I think that's a pretty sweet deal if you're gonna go EV, and it's probably a reason why this is one of the best-selling cars of all of 2022, and probably will be for years to come. The comfort, the driving experience, the fun that you get, how fun this car is to drive, is definitely notable, and is definitely something that that surprised me, that I didn't realize was possible in an electric vehicle. The only thing it really needs, I think, is an exhaust note out of the back, and I do like that buzz and hum of the motors when you rip the gas and you're going really fast. I think it's a cool noise, and maybe we can get that right here. Yep. Yeah. Very fun, very fun. But overall, I mean, it's a car that I recommend if you want to get an EV, and you definitely should drive one before making a decision, probably, because there's definitely some quirks about the driving experience, about their approach to technology, and the overall experience of what a car should be. And I do love the simplicity and the minimalist nature of the interior and all the functionality in the car. Yeah, it's almost just too fun to hit that accelerator sometimes. Well, I think that's about it. I know there's hundreds of different videos on YouTube about this car, but I just definitely wanted to do a short little review of this car to show you what it's like from my perspective, show you what it's like to drive the Tesla Model Y Performance. That 0 to 60 is super fun. The driving experience is great. And if you're willing to spend 60 grand on an EV, this is definitely one that's kind of the bell ringer. It is that car that you can't not consider if you want an SUV EV. But I'm Shifty Stan. I'm here in Chicago for a little bit while. I'm here to review some cars. We're also going to have some more cars coming down the pipeline, so don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it. We're definitely going to have some cool new vehicles, some sports cars coming up for you. One of them is a special, actually two of them are special editions, and perhaps another manual Porsche or two manual Porsches coming in. So I really do appreciate all the support, all the comments. That's why I do it, because of you guys. I want to show you what it's like to drive some of these cars that you may never have the opportunity to do so. So thank you so much. Don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, that like button. It really does help me out. Thanks so much. Have a great day.